I'm Mrs. Dorian. I'm the drama teacher at UMCA Rich Tree Academy from Toronto, Canada. And we have a small group of 8 students performing Shakespeare in Shackled today for you. It's a short musical, so it's 15 minutes long. We've creatively snipped it to give you a full production. It's a musical about Shakespeare and his life and his times and how England was back in the 16th century and how his plays were and how women were not allowed to perform, etc., etc. So we hope you enjoy the show. And we are very grateful and excited to be here and part of this experience and to be joining you on Sunday at the Shakespeare Festival. So thank you so much for having us.
I'm Professor Hamilton, your guide to Shakespeare's life and times. And this is my teaching assistant, Otto.
Oh, perjured woman, thou dost stone my heart, and mak'st me call what I intend to do a murder, which I'd have thought a sacrifice.
Otto takes Shakespeare very seriously.
I saw the handkerchief.
So it's Othello today.
Out, strumpet, weepst thou for him to my face.
That's enough now.
Down, strumpet!
Otto!
Oh, sorry, Professor. I'm a method actor.
Not now. Come along. We got a class to teach.
Where are we going this time?
16th century England, Stratford-upon-Avon, a little village 100 miles from London, to be exact. April 1564.
Shakespeare's birthplace.
I've always found it much more exciting to visit history rather than just reading about it.
Me too. Let's get going. I have an hour of love and worldly matters and direction to spend with thee. We must obey the time.
We only have 15 minutes, Othello.
I'm down with that.
Here, 2 villagers from Stratford-upon-Avon.
Woo! What's that smell?
Oh, you must have caught a look of lion out here.
It ain't my fault. I took a bath just last month.
That wasn't a bath. You fell in the river.
Same thing.
Could you tell us where the Shakespeares live?
John Shakespeare, the glove maker, over there on Henley Street. His wife Mary just had their 3rd child, William.
That kid will never amount to anything.
You'll think he'll be a thief?
Or a pickpocket.
Or a lawyer.
Or worst of all,
A poet! Life in England is tough these days. It's no place for poets.
Things are tossy and they're turvy. We've got plague and we've got scurvy. There are chickens in my kitchen and the bread is a big flea. It is noisy and it's smelly. There's nothing on the telly in the wacky world of England in the 16th century. We've got eggs and we've got churches that were given us by witches. We've got Catholics versus Protestants and there's no referee. We've got plots and we've got treason. Looks like it's beheaded season in the wacky world of England in the 16th century. Oh, in the wacky world of England in the 16th century. In the wacky world of England, the stars control our fate. Though my life is a disaster, my horoscope is great. Queen Elizabeth's our ruler, and there ain't nobody cooler. She sent Francis Drake around the world to see what he could see. Spain's armada was a baddie, but she said, now who's your daddy? In the wacky world of England in the 16th century. Oh, in the wacky world of England in the 16th century.
We don't know much about Shakespeare's childhood or youth.
We do now, Professor. I found Shakespeare's 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Smith.
I remember young Will very well. That boy could certainly twirl a baton. His tap dancing skills were marvelous, and the way he could juggle poodles 3 at a time. Such a fine young man.
Are you sure you're talking about William Shakespeare?
William Shakespeare? Oh, sorry. I don't remember him at all. I thought you were talking about his cousin, Buster.
Otto. In 1582, when Shakespeare was just 18 years old, he married Anne Hathaway.
Shakespeare was earning a living in London as an actor and playwright without his wife and children.
London in the 1590s, professional theater is flourishing, between outbreaks of the plague, of course, and the censorship of Master of Rebels. Here's a manager of one of the theater troupes. He's looking for a new actor.
The trouble with actors is that they all want to get paid. It's an incredible nuisance.
There he is.
Oh no, not them again.
Aren't you the manager of the Lord Chamberlain's men?
And what if I am?
Well, we've seen an ad for an actor and we've come to apply. We want to work with Shakespeare.
Look, I told you last time and I'll tell you again. You two can't be actors.
Just because we're women?
Acting is no job for ladies. Constant performances, 5 to 6 afternoons a week. Maybe 200 a year.
Don't give us any of the speaker's sex stuff. You let teenage boys be actors.
It's not my decision. It's illegal for women to act upon stage. Didn't you read the fine print? No woman. It says right here, no woman. The law is clear. A woman can take up the acting art. No woman upon the stage. No woman of any age. A teenage boy will play the woman's part. A teenage boy will play the woman's part.
A boy plays Cleopatra now. I'm telling you that's weird. And Juliet will wake one day and have to shave her beard. No woman that really stinks. No woman that's wrong methinks. The dumbest thing I think I've ever seen. No woman. Now hold the phone. A woman is on the throne. We can't come back, but we can be queen. We can't come back, but we can be queen.
In Shakespeare's As You Like it all gets out of hand. A boy will play a woman who pretends to be a man. No woman,
No woman.
it says right here. No woman,
No woman.
the law is clear. No woman can take up the acting part. A teenage boy will play the woman's part. A teenage boy will play the woman's part.
Haley,
Hello.
I haven't seen Otto all day. I shudder to think what he may be doing running around London in 1599.
Otto is a very silly boy. I don't know how you put up with his romantic notions. We are here to learn, not to become emotionally involved with one of the characters or pretend we are one of them.
Haley is also very practical.
I know all 37 plays by heart.
Here is Richard Black, the leading actor and partner in the Lord Chamberlain Men.
Back again, Professor. It's so nice to see you.
Still playing Romeo, Richard?
Who else? We're celebrating the opening of the Globe Theatre with a revival of Will's masterpiece. You must see the place. Over 2,000 spectators open to the sky. Only 1 penny to stand in the yard. 3 pennies will get you a good seat with a cushion.
It sounds lovely.
But soft, what light yonder through window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou her maid art far more fair than she.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, but be sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a captive.
Brilliant, come, my dear, let me give you a tour of the globe. Shall I compare thee to summer's day? The autumn more lovely, more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves hath all to short a date.
What? Did you hear that? That was a Shakespearean sonnet. And not just any sonnet, but number 18. Haley, wait for me! Juliet needs a chaperone!
So, Mr. Shakespeare, can I call you Will?
We've been brought in as consultants.
Consultants?
Sure, the Lord Chamberlain has asked us to take a look at your place and give you some advice.
Advice about what? I'm the most popular player in England.
That's true, little baby. That doesn't mean we can't push the profits up a bit.
For example, we've been crunching at the numbers, and it looks like your comedies can use a little punching up.
Punching up, these words are racist, majority wounded.
Take it easy, poet boy. It's just that some of these plots are confusing.
Take a Midsummer's Night Dream.
It's one of our most popular.
It used to be, but it's slipping. And we think we could get it right back on track with a little creative snipping.
Tell us if we have this straight. We've got King Theseus about to marry Hippolyta. Then there's this Demetrius guy who's in love with Hermia.
But Hermia's in love with Bystander.
And someone named Helena is in love with Demetrius?
I know it sounds confusing, but in the end,
But that's just the first scene. You've also got a fairy king and queen. Is that right? A fairy king and queen?
it's romantic fantasy.
Now these are all fairies, and we're assuming you're not trying to say anything about Queen Elizabeth here, Will, because that's just the kind of thing that's going to get us all into a lot of trouble. Anyway, these fairies have a servant fairy named Puck.
That's a good name, by the way. Ha! You think we'll bring in the hockey fans.
Anyhow, Puck makes the fairy queen fall in love with someone named Bottom.
And this bottom has a donkey head. Am I reading this right? A bottom with a donkey head?
I guess I hadn't really thought about it.
Of course you haven't. That's why we're here. But there's more.
There's another play to watch.
It's a play within a play.
And this little play is about two star-crossed lovers? Do I have this correct? The guy mistakenly thinks his girlfriend is dead, so he kills himself. And when she finds out, she kills herself.
You've done this already, Will. You can't go rehashing your tragedies and plastering them onto the end of a comedy. Somebody's going to notice.
Stop it, you don't know anything I'm doing. Besides, I'm not writing a comedy.
That's great to hear. We think the market is saturated.
I'm going back to my roots. I'm writing a history book.
No, not history!
Guys upstairs in marketing, I feel you'll make things worse by taking British history and putting it in verse.
Pentameter is so last year, iambic is passé, and frankly all this tutor stuff just fears of yesterday. Oh, no one cares about history.
History won't do.
History's a mystery.
Let's give them something new.
No one cares about history.
History won't do.
History's a mystery. Let's give them something new, something new, something new, something new. There's Henry 4, 5, 6, and 8.
There's
Richard 2 and 3. Your titles all need major work. The focus groups agree. The PR folks want action scenes and an awkward chaser too. Let's give the crowd an English king who really knows kung fu. No one cares about history.
History won't do.
History's a mystery.
Let's give them something new.
No one cares about history.
History won't do.
History's a mystery. Let's give them something new, something new, something new, something new.
Some of Shakespeare's history plays have always been crowd favorites, like Richard III.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
King Henry IV, Part 2.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Julius Caesar. But I'm afraid to reach that of our class. Shakespeare died in 1616, a rich and successful actor, playwright, and poet. So, class, I hope you paid close attention. Take out your blue books and pens. As the bard says, what is done is done.
Shakespeare unshackled. Shakespeare 101. Gonna study hard about the bard. We're gonna learn a ton. Shakespeare unshackled. Gonna be a whiz. This applies to you, cause when we're through, there's gonna be a quiz. Let's go back to Merry England in the 16th century.
cup of tea.
And now for my favorite, Strawberry Fields Forever.
That's not Shakespeare, that's the Beatles.
Next class trip, Liverpool.